Today's episode of Aquatic Wetline is brought to you by Oasis Aquatics. Find your Oasis today. Find your next fish at oasisaquaticsnj.com. Check out Oasis Aquatics on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome to the incredible world of the Amazon, home to a diverse range of aquatic and rainforest animals. Get ready to encounter the fearsome piranhas, known for their sharp teeth and ferocious feeding frenzies. Witness the breathtaking beauty of the macaws, with their vibrant feathers and melodious calls echoing through the rainforest. Come face to face with the mighty anacondas, the largest snakes in the world, as they navigate their way through the Amazon's waterways. Meet plenty of other aquatic and rainforest creatures from the Amazon. Ready to dive deeper into the wonders of the Amazon? Join Aqua Alex right now from the Amazon. Life in Amazon goes live in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of Life in the Amazon. I'm your host, Aqua Alex CARDINALE. Tonight, we're traveling to the Amazon River in South America to learn about some more South American cichlid species. Tonight, we're going to learn about terrors and acaras. We're going to learn about green terrors. We're going to learn about the festae red terrors, and we're going to learn about the different types of acaras out there, from threadfin acaras all the way to royal acaras, blue acaras, and more. I'm going to give you information on terrors and acara cichlids, and then I'm going to share some photos and videos of these great fish. So before we begin, I would like to thank everybody for tuning into this episode of Life in the Amazon, and I hope you're ready to learn about terrors and acaras. You know, South America is home to some beautiful cichlids. We've talked about pike cichlids, we've talked about peacock bass, we've talked about earth eaters and geophagus. And last week we talked about discus, angelfish, and festivums. But tonight we're talking about semi-aggressive to aggressive cichlids of South America, tetras, and acaras. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first group of fish we're going to talk about can be classified as both terrors and acaras, because the first scientific group of fish we're going to talk about is the Andino acara. So let's learn about Andino acara. Andino acara is a genus of fish in the cichlid family. This genus was described in 2009, so it's a recently new genus. Before this, the members of Andino acara were placed in the Quetzal genus Aquidens, although they are not closely related to the other members of the genus. The genus Andino acara is restricted to freshwater habitats in northwestern South America, Trinidad, and the Orinoco Basin west to the Pacific coast of South America, as far south as Peru, and southern Central America, Costa Rica, and Panama. There are no members of the genus in the Amazon basin, and there are 8 species of fish in this genus. The most common fish in the genus Andino acara are the blue acara, the gold salium, green terror, and the true green terror, which is very rare in the aquarium hobby. So right now we're going to learn about the blue acara, and then we'll talk about the Sam green terras and the true green terrors. So let's learn about the blue Acara right now, shall we? So the blue Acaras are actually very popular in the aquarium hobby. They've actually created a captive bred variant of the blue Acara, which is the electric blue Acara, which makes it a very gorgeous specimen compared to a normal blue Acara. The electric blue Acara takes the blue coloration and spreads it throughout the body to make for a stunning fish. The blue Acara is very, very cool because it's like a semi-aggressive, docile green terror, and it stays a little bit smaller than the green terror. Now, you'll find the blue Acara in standing water to flowing streams in Venezuela and Trinidad, and they can reach lengths of 6.3 inches. So not too small, but not too big either, a perfect size for a South American cichlid. The main body color can vary from browns to blues to black due to local diversity. The body is decorated with 5 to 8 vertical black stripes, which may not always be visible, and blue iridescent spots, and the face sports a few horizontal green lines. The fins have a hint of orange on the tips, and some specimens have a red top fin rim. A distinctive black line is present going from the eye down the cheek. This one line is not found on other similar cichlids, and that is the beautiful blue Acara. And now we're going to talk about my favorite fish from the Acara and terror family, and that is the Som green terras, aka the false green terras, or the common green terrors. Now, there are 2 types of Som green terrors. You have your gold Som and your white Som green terror. The gold Som will have yellow to orange colored tail and fins, and the white Som will have white colored tail and fins. Very simple to tell apart. Gold Som, orange color, white Som, white color, but they're both very cute and they're both easy to care for. Now, this green terror originates from the Pacific side of South America, from the Tumbes River in Peru to the Esmeraldas River in Ecuador. It is polymorphic and can have white or gold orange edging to the tail and dorsal fins. Males of this species grow larger than females and may reach lengths of up to 12 inches. Females are sexually mature at around 4.7 inches. So around 5 inches, females are sexually mature. Now, as the name implies, late juvenile phase and adult phase specimens can be very aggressive. However, this is not guaranteed. There can be peaceful individuals observed in the aquarium hobby. I have raised some very peaceful green terras, so it all boils down to the individual fish's personality. Now, the fish is somewhat deep body, possessing a prominent forehead. Adult males develop a pronounced forehead hump composed of fatty tissue. Juveniles are tan colored with silver blue flecks and lack the bright iridescent blue, green, and orange coloration and long flowing fins of adult specimens. Adult specimens are definitely the more attractive of the Som green terras, and all green terras are more attractive when they are adults, but it's fun to raise them as juveniles and watch them mature and grow into beautiful adults. Now, I found an interesting poster that I wanted to share on today's show. It is going to be very helpful in identifying a true green terror from a Som green terror, and here it is. It is a very accurate picture. So, on the top, you see a orange or gold Som adult, which is with the orange fins, and then next to that is a true green terror, which we're going to talk about in just a second. And at the bottom, you have a juvenile psalm green terror and a juvenile true green terror at the bottom. Now look at the bottom of the picture, the scale pattern difference. The psalm green terror has a bigger black box, if you will. They have a bigger black box than the true green terror, and the scales look completely different. So it's easy to see when you go to the fish store whether the green terror is a true green terror or a psalm. But true green terrors are extremely rare in the aquarium hobby, and they're generally only imported by people like Jeff Rapps, Tangled Up in Cichlids, and other places like that is where you would find a true green terror. But this is what a true green terror looks like. Isn't that a beautiful fish? Completely different looking than a gold psalm green terror. Now that I'm speaking about green terrors, it makes me kind of want one again. So maybe very soon I will get a psalm green terror. Believe it or not, the psalm green terrors are my favorite of the green terrors. So here is some information on the true green terror. They are found in rivers and other freshwater habitats in western Peru from Pyra to Ica, while the psalm green terrors are found in far northwestern Peru and western Ecuador. So that is the Andino Acara family. Now we are going to learn about the Acara family. Now we're going to learn about the Aquidens family. And the Aquidens is the Acara family. Now, Aquidens is a genus of fish in the cichlid family found in South America. Formerly a wastebasket genus, as presently defined, Aquidens is largely restricted to the Amazon basin, Orinoco basin, and river basins in the Guyanas. There are 17 different species of Aquidens. And you know, back in the old days, all types of Acaras were known as port cichlids or saddle cichlids. But nowadays, Acaras are so popular, there are many different types of Acaras. You've got your saddle cichlid, aka the original port cichlid. Then you've got your royal Acara or royal port cichlid. You've got your yellow Acara, yellow port cichlid. So there are 17 different species of port cichlids out there. So let's learn about the original port cichlid, also known as the saddle cichlid. So this is the port cichlid, aka saddle cichlid. Now they have significant variation in color, and thus variation is geographic. In the western parts of its range in Ecuador and Peru, they develop striking red or orange coloration on the lower jaw, the head, and the forward portion of the belly, while Brazilian specimens are more of an overall gray or blue or green coloration. The males grow larger than the females, and they usually grow extensions to the dorsal, caudal, and anal fins as they reach sexual maturity. In spawning condition, the male are more brightly colored than the females. The saddle cichlid is the most widely distributed of the cichlids in the genus Aquidens. It is found throughout the basin of the Amazon River in Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, Brazil, and Bolivia. It also occurs in the Rio Tocantins and Rio Paranaba in French Guiana, Suriname, Guyana, as well as in the Orinoco River Basin in Venezuela and Colombia. The saddle cichlid is a habitat generalist, which shows a preference for slow-moving or still water with complex substrates consisting of submerged tree roots, branches, leaf litter, and other objects. During periods of high water, this species moves into flooded forest, and this results in its occurrence in flooded plain lakes and oxbows. It is the most commonly observed in the quieter tributaries instead of the main river channels, and has also been recorded at localities with a dense growth of aquatic plants. This is the very invasive port cichlid found here in South Florida. The port cichlids you can go catch in South Florida are saddle cichlids, or the original port cichlid. They are omnivorous, especially in captivity, but wild fish have diet dominated by inverts, such as insects and small fish, as well as some vegetable matter. And that is the port acara. You know, back when I was first introduced to the aquarium hobby, the port acara, or the port cichlid, was very popular. Now you have to do a little bit of traveling to find them, but luckily I can go collect some in the wild here in South Florida, because unfortunately they are invasive here. The next acara species, very similar to the port acara, is the royal acara. The royal acara is very beautiful, just as beautiful as the saddled acara or the original port acara. And then we've got the yellow acara. The yellow acara, very beautiful, a black and yellow colored acara, and they grow to a similar size to that of the port acara. All right, we've got one more acara species we're going to talk about, and then we are going to talk about the Mesoheros festae, which is the true red terror. The last acara we're going to talk about is the threadfin acara, perhaps my all-time favorite acara, the beautiful threadfin acara. Very, very cool. You know, I'm still a little bit sad that I lost my 3 threadfin acaras this past November, but I'll get over it. Eventually, I'll get some more threadfin acaras. Now, the threadfin acara is also known as the Haeckel's threadfin acara, is a South American species of cichlids. It is the only member of the Acarthus and is native to rivers in the Amazon and Esquabo basins in tropical South America, and they have become established in Southeast Asia. So I probably botched their scientific name, but that's okay. I'm not a biologist yet. Now, threadfin acaras are sometimes found in the aquarium trade. They're very easy to keep in the aquarium trade, and they're very beautiful. Now, they're native to the Amazon and Esquabo basins in tropical South America, but they've been introduced to Singapore and other parts of Southeast Asia, perhaps having originated from aquaculture or aquaria. It is one of about 10 species of South American cichlids to have become established in this part of Asia, but nonetheless, a very beautiful threadfin acara. A beautiful type of acara. And many fish keepers consider the threadfin acara to be a geophagus, while others consider it to be an acara. Whatever it is to you is what it is. To me, it's a beautiful fish, and it's an acara, but can also pose as an earth eater as well, because they do a great job at picking at the earth. All right, now let's get into our final fish, and the last fish that I have to talk about before I get to the fun part of life in the Amazon, and that's where I show you a bunch of photos and a bunch of videos of these amazing fish. Let's talk about the Mesoheros. The Mesoheros are a genus of cichlids. There are 4 different types of Mesoheros. They are found in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. You'll find them in the Arado River flowing into the Atlantic, San Juan, Bado, and Patia rivers to Esmeraldas and Tumbes rivers flowing into the Pacific. So the 4 species of Mesoheros are Mesoheros atromaculatus, Mesoheros festae, which is the red terror, and that's what we're going to talk about in a second, Mesoheros G-forum, and Mesoheros ornatus. I'm pretty sure I botched those scientific names, but those are the 4 different types of mesoheros. Now, let's learn about the mesoheros festae, the true red terror. And you know, years ago, I was blessed to be given a true festae, although it was a male. It was a male festae. I've always wanted a female, but the one time that I kept the true red terrors, it was a male. So the next festae I get, it will be a female. But hey, I'm not complaining. It was gifted to me by a longtime friend and wonderful fish keeper. And shout out to my friend James, who is going through a lot right now. He recently just got divorced, but he contacted me earlier this week, and we've been in touch ever since. So it's great hearing from a longtime fish keeping friend and viewer of mine. And a couple of years ago, he gifted me a festae, and I was very, very honored for that. Anyway, the festae is the true red terror. You know, in the aquarium hobby, fish stores are going to try and trick you into thinking that there are 2 species of red terror, but there's not. There is only the festae, and that only comes from South America. The other cichlid that they may try and impose as a red terror is a Mayan cichlid or Mayan cichlid, however you want to pronounce it. The Mayan cichlid is not from South America. It is from Central America, and it is not a true red terror. They only have the red terror name because they're more aggressive than the festae, although the festae can be really aggressive in its own right. My festae that I had was a juvenile, and I grew him out with tank mates, and he was absolutely fine in my tank, and I gave him to another friend of mine, and he's doing really, really well now. The thing about festaes is they turn into really beautiful monster cichlids. They can get up to 16 inches in length, which is a pretty big cichlid for aggressive fish. And you'll find them primarily in Ecuador and Colombia. And that is where you'll find the festae red terrors. All right, now it is time for the fun part of the show. It is now time for photos and videos of terrors and acaras. So up first, we've got a photo of a true green terror. Look at this beauty. Look how beautiful the true green terror is. That is a beautiful fish. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot go wrong with the true green terror. And then we have a gold Psalm green terror. Look at the beautiful orange on the tail and dorsal fin of this green terror. That is a very beautiful fish, a very attractive fish. And then we have another gold Psalm green terror here. Very, very beautiful orange color on their fins and a nice hump head as well. Very, very beautiful fish. Very, very cool. And here is another beautiful green terror. Green terrors, they get nice and mature. They look nice as they mature, as they get older. Very, very cool. And then we have a beautiful royal acara. The royal acaras are one of my personal favorite because they get lots of intelligent color and lots of nice color to them. Now, TangledUpInCichlids.com imports a lot of cool acaras. So if you love acaras like me and you keep acaras, check out TangledUpInCichlids.com. This is a beautiful acara. I believe it's called the flameback acara. It looks almost like a larger apistogramma. Very, very cool. And then here is a picture of blue acara. The common blue acara, very popular in the aquarium hobby. So popular that they've created the electric blue acara from it. And then we've got a pair of festae. A festae mother and her young. Very, very cool picture there. And then this looks to be a male festae. This is what the male red terrors end up looking like. Beautiful fish, if I must say so myself. And our final image is another festae, another beautiful festae. The true festae, the true red terror, is a beautiful fish. And now we have 9 videos I'm going to play. I'm going to play the first 5, and then we're going to take our intermission. And when we come back from intermission, we are going to play our final 4 videos. The first video I'm going to play is some juvenile green terrors at a fish wholesaler. Check out how beautiful even juvenile green terrors can be. Very, very beautiful. I know which one I would buy if I was buying a green terror from that tank. Here is another video of some green terrors. All right, now we're going to see some videos of some blue Acaras. Very, very cool. Now let's take a look at some electric blue Acaras. Electric blue Acaras are captive bred Acaras that are genetically modified to have all blue and orange coloration. They are extremely popular in the aquarium hobby. Here is a video of the electric blue Acaras. Very beautiful. Now let's take a look at some threadfin Acaras. Very beautiful. All right now, Life in the Amazon is going to go ahead and take an intermission. This intermission is being brought to us by our great partners, Oasis Aquatics, Aquascapeonline, Fish Keeping for Kids, and Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Also, during this intermission, you're going to learn about a wonderful Facebook fish keeping group that I am currently an administrator on, and you're going to learn about this Saturday Live. When I come back, I'm going to have another video on threadfin Acaras. I'll have a video on royal Acaras and a couple of videos on the true red terras. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more Life in the Amazon coming your way right after this quick intermission.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
Aquascapeonline is proud to support Alex CARDINALE and Aquatic Wetline. Aquascapeonline is an online exotic freshwater fish shop owned by Pedro Villegas, who specializes in piranhas, stingrays, cichlids, catfish, and more. Aquascapeonline has been monster fish keepers' go-to place for exotic large growing predatory fish for over a decade. Looking for a specific type of piranha? Aquascape carries both Pygocentris and Cerasalmus. We also have Exodon tetras, wolf fish, African tiger fish, and other toothy aquatic monsters. Check us out today. www.aquascapeonline.com.
Little Egypt Aquarium Club is a proud supporter of Alex CARDINALE and Aquatic Wetline. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is an aquarium club in Red Bud, Illinois, but it's also an online tropical fish supplies website. On the Little Egypt Aquarium Club website, you'll find tropical fish food such as repashy and flakes. You'll also find medications and breeding supplies and even live angel fish. Everything and anything you may need for your freshwater aquarium can be found at Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Orders over $200 get free shipping. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is giving a 10% discount by using the code ALEX. Remember, save 10% by using coupon code ALEX. Little Egypt Aquarium Club, my Shopify. Come.
Do you have kids who want to get a fish tank? Do your kids want to enter the aquarium hobby? The aquarium hobby is very relaxing and rewarding, but it can be quite the undertaking for a first-time hobbyist. Luckily, there is one young man who was once in your shoes. He decided to research and learn about the aquarium hobby, and used his experiences to write and publish a book for future kids entering the aquarium hobby. Introducing Fish Keeping for Kids, written and published by Brian Conway. Everything you need to know about the aquarium hobby in one book. Fish Keeping for Kids is a guide to keeping fish and other aquatic creatures. It uses easy-to-read language and images to help the information be easily understood. While it was written especially for kids 8 years old and up, it is a good guide for people of any age. This book covers all the basics and some intermediate-level topics to help someone get started and learn more about caring for fish and other aquatic animals. What do you get from Fish Keeping for Kids? Friendly. It was written by a kid for kids. Simple. Written in easy-to-understand language for kids and adults. Informative. Full of charts, graphs, and diagrams to make it easy to follow along with. Complete. All of the things someone should know when they start fish keeping. For more information and to purchase a copy of Fish Keeping for Kids, please visit www.fishkeepingforkids.com. That's fishkeepingforkids.com.
Do you have an obsession for aquariums and tropical fish? Well, so does Alex CARDINALE. and that's why he is now an admin on the wonderful Facebook fish keeping and aquarium group Aquarium Obsession. It's also why I'm so happy to tell you about this group. It is a place for every fish keeper, whether you are keeping freshwater or saltwater or even goldfish. We also welcome reptile and amphibian enthusiasts. Aquarium Obsession is one of the only Facebook fish keeping groups where our members come first, and we want them to feel part of our fish family. Members are encouraged to participate in group activities such as Aquatic YouTube Thursdays. Fish tubers are welcome to share any of their fish keeping or reptile videos on Thursdays. We also have knowledgeable staff including Alex. So what are you waiting for? Come find out what the obsession is about our group. Check out Aquarium Obsession on Facebook today and join our group. Type Aquarium Obsession in the search bar or go to this link, www.facebook.com/groups/JOMF group.
Saturday Live with Alex CARDINALE is back, and it returns Saturday, April 13th, 2024, live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish will be the gold compresses cichlid. Aquascapeonline featured fish will be the Hopley's wolffish. Alex's featured fish will be the ornate pictus catfish. The animal of the week is going to be the fully aquatic freshwater turtle, the fly river turtle, also known as the pig-nosed turtle. Sergeant Slaughter will have facts on Universal Studios in Florida and Wendy's. Alex's topics will include symptoms of a stroke and the dangers of smoking cigarettes. Plus, don't miss Karen's of the Week, New York Yankees Spotlight, and so much more. Live Saturday, April 13th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex CARDINALE.
Welcome back to Life in the Amazon, episode 45. Tonight we are talking about terrors and acaras. Now, before the intermission, I gave you information on terrors and acaras, and we saw some photos and videos of these great fish. Now, I've got 4 more videos to share with you before we wrap up this amazing episode. So our next video, I believe, is of some royal acaras. Check out these beautiful royal acaras. Very, very beautiful. You gotta love the royal acaras. Next up, we have some threadfin acaras. Awesome. Beautiful fish. You gotta love the threadfin acaras. And now we're going to conclude the show on a high note with some beautiful festae red terras. So I'm gonna play the remaining 2 videos I've got for you. Very, very awesome. Very, very cool pair of red terrors. Alrighty, it has been an incredible episode of Life in the Amazon. I had a blast talking to you about terror cichlids and Acara cichlids. On the next episode of Life in the Amazon in a couple of weeks, we're going to talk about the dwarf cichlids of South America. It'll probably be the last cichlid episode that we're going to do from South America. So on the next episode, come learn about dwarf cichlids. Learn about apistogrammas, learn about rams, and the many other different types of dwarf cichlids out there, including dwarf pike cichlids, dwarf Crentis cichla. So on the next episode of Life in the Amazon in a couple of weeks, we're going to learn about apistogrammas, rams, both the German blue ram and the Bolivian ram, and we're also going to learn about dwarf Crentis cichla, pike cichlids, and some other incredible dwarf cichlids that come from South America, like the keyhole cichlid and a plethora of other dwarf cichlids. So it's going to be a really fun episode of Life in the Amazon on our next episode. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching Life in the Amazon episode 45, and I hope you enjoyed learning and seeing terrors and Acara cichlids. To see any of our previous episodes of Life in the Amazon, just go to my YouTube channel and go to my playlist, Life in the Amazon, and you can watch any one of our previous 44 episodes. With that being said, happy fish keeping, take on everyone, and I will see you on the next episode of Life in the Amazon. Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much for watching this live stream of the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed the show. I want to thank you all for your patronage for the last 10 years. It's going to be incredible riding into the future with more awesome live streams and videos. Aqua Alex Cardinale, Chef Alex Cardinale, WWE fan Alex Cardinale, Detective Alex Cardinale, and the Real Alex Cardinale would like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this live stream, please smash that like button. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button and become a legendary viewer and a legendary Cardinale. Check out the Real Alex Cardinale on social media. Facebook Alex Cardinale, American Alex. Instagram instagram.com/Alex Cardinale 93. Fish keepers, please join our amazing Facebook fish keeping group Aquarium Obsession. Check out and support Oasis Aquatics, our amazing supporter since July of 2023. www.oasisaquaticsnj.com. Follow Oasis Aquatics on Facebook and Instagram. Have a good night and thanks for watching. Stay legendary.